and you guys are on the road together. So that makes it, like a family, a type of a relationship thing there, type knit thing there, that you wouldn't really need to worry about either cruising in the washrooms or cruising the truck stops. And we know that that's happened for years. I mean, we've seen many movies, from cruising on down to, a lot of these different movies that we've seen.
And it still happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's just, men will be men when they're away from their families and their lives. They have to find some way to entertain themselves. And of course, we're human beings. So of course we want affection and love. And these kind of things happen. And sometimes, men are always looking for an opportunity. Always looking for an opportunity. Now, let's talk about the network for a minute. You said that you saw a need for this that wasn't met. Now, I first want to talk about this first. Let's talk about the impact of young kids. Even myself, when I was growing up, when my parents used to drive by the truckers, they used to pull the horn, the thing there. And now, do they still do that?
Yeah, they still do it, and it's the best feeling ever. It's amazing. All these little kids now. There's some funny stories about it though. Because I've scared the heck out of somebody before because the mom wasn't paying attention, but the kids in the back seat doing the little horn, and blew the horn. But it's amazing. And we've seen a lot of people stand on the overpasses, the bridges and stuff, and they'll do that. And then there's also been times where picketers or people have been protesting and things, and we've honked in support and things like that. So it still happens out here. It does, and it just brings a smile to all drivers' faces. We enjoy it. It makes me feel like a kid again, and it's very nostalgic.
There's something else I will never forget, because I went with my brother a couple of times in his truck to deliver this meat and this food to warehouses or something, and he used to always be on the CB radio. Do you still have CB radios?
We do. It's not used as much as it used to be. Most people today, I use it all the time. However, I turn it up more whenever I am in inclement weather, or if there's an accident ahead and traffic's backed up and I got to see what's going on. Besides that, the camaraderie between drivers is not exactly there like it used to be. And so that's part of that lack that, but I feel a lot of that in society as well too. I don't feel that there is a camaraderie between LGBTQ as much as it used to be, and people building things. So, but I see it a lot in trucking, that I don't feel that we're not as close connected. And on the CB is one of those places you see it a lot, because a lot of people just want to complain and cuss each other out pretty much. And
okay, all right, I'll skip it. I'll skip the breaker 19. This is so I'll skip that part, because that's what I remember the most, because I used to do it all the time with my brother and my parents. And okay, so let's go back to the network.
Okay.
Now, once you set the network up, is there a support system for you?
With the network, it is a support system that we've built basically amongst each other. So a lot of people within the page, as you spoke a little bit ago about being alone in the truck stop, and that's a lot of the part of why the network exists. So we have a lot of people that we lose to suicide, and suicide happens a lot within the trucks, and they'll find drivers, which is a horrible situation for everyone involved. But so we try to bridge that gap. We try to make sure everybody know that whether you're out, whether you're not out, whether you're closeted, whether it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, even if you're straight and just need a friend to talk to, it does not matter. Even though we are an LGBTQ group, we are for everyone. Even when it comes to the driver memorial program, we honor all drivers that are lost on the road. We don't just honor LGBTQ. So it's about a sense of community for everyone. And we have a lot of amazing allies to our community that are even on our page and support and our admins and moderators. And you can always reach out to them and talk to someone. If you're lonely, we're always there to chat with. There's always somebody that's available. And so, when I said that we had this gap and was bridging a gap, the thing is, I feel that the LGBTQ community and the bar scene and a lot of the people that's in the nightclubs and all that stuff, that's an amazing opportunity. But here is drivers that maybe have the weekend off sitting in a truck in Amarillo, as you say, and they won't take the time to take an Uber and just run over. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is bridge that gap for letting them to understand, I'm a trucker. Would I be accepted at a bar? Or I'm a gay guy. Would I even see myself associating with a trucker? So a lot of people don't think of it as an option. So for me, I'm trying to blend those two together for people to give it an option in their head that they may think about for just a second even. Or when that truck passes you down the highway, you may think, you know what, that might be an LGBTQ person. And just it's all about giving visibility to these things and showing the diversity that everything is and all the people that makes up the organization and network. So
okay. Now, I want to ask more of a personal question here. You don't have to answer it, but I think it's probably would be a good answer. A good question for both you and your partner there. Now, traveling on the road as a couple can be good and bad in a lot of situations, and mainly when you're in a cramped situation like that sleeper quarters thing there. And, right. Gay men are some of the most pickiest men on the planet with the way they like things done, what they want to wear, where they want things at. Is things okay at home with you and your partner?
We are amazing, believe it or not. When we went into trucking, we've been together for 15 years. Mm-hmm. And when we went into trucking, we was together for 9 years. We had just got married. We had hit a rough patch in our life. And I actually feel that trucking brought us together and kind of saved our relationship. It brought us even closer together because we have to depend on each other all the time for the safety and security, and one is sleeping in the back while the other one is up front driving. And, I explain it this way a lot because yes, I haul all these loads in that trailer, and that trailer may be loaded behind me, but the most important valuable asset that I have is my husband laying behind me sleeping in the bed. Mm-hmm. And, I protect him. Now, is there moments that in a relationship, he pushes my buttons and I'd love to collect the insurance money? Yes, there is moments. Your partner pushes your buttons faster than anybody else, and they know exactly how. So, and we both do that to each other. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's actually been an amazing experience for us. Do we argue and fight? Yes. And, just like everybody else. But instead of throwing it away and having a Beyonce mentality and thinking that I can have another you in a minute, we work on our problems that we have with each other. And if we have any problems, we work it out, we talk it out. Maybe not at the moment. We may have to, blow some steam off or whatever. But and if you imagine being in a something smaller than a jail cell, because you're small, it's really, really small quarters. So yeah, you're going to get on each other's nerves. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I think what helps us most with that literally is we don't mind getting out of the truck. So if we go into Texas, we'll go to Six Flags. If we go to Ohio, we'll go to Kings Island. We go to, we get out and go to the movies. We get out and go to the outlet malls and go shopping. So we take the opportunity that even though we're going across the country, and we do take the time to go out and we'll go to the gay bars, local bar. If there's, a drag show going on, we love to go out and support local LGBTQ